Best Laptop 2020, the best laptops available now. These are the very best laptops on the market right now, with great picks for both macOS and Windows users. Welcome to the T3 Best Laptop for 2020 list. An essential guide to finding exactly the right product for you. You'll find it packed with quality systems that are proven to deliver top-tier computing experiences, both at home and on the road. As different people have different intended usage scenarios and budgets for a new system, we've made sure that our best laptops guide has top choices from budget to premium price points, as well as fill it with both all-rounders and specialists. The result is that no matter if you're looking for a superb everything machine, a flexible 2-in-1 hybrid, a high-performance gaming laptop, a great business laptop, or the best sub £1,000 laptop, our best laptop buying guide has a smart pick. Laptop buying and laptop recommending are taken very seriously here at T3, the crucial tools for both work and play in the modern world. After all, and with that in mind, we've also produced guides for gamers and students. You can see our full list of guides below. What a pleasant surprise the Asus VivoBook S15 was when it emerged at its recent launch, with the slim and super lightweight laptop hitting a wonderful sweet spot in terms of tech delivered to money spent. Retailing right now for under 450 notes. The VivoBook S15 offers truly excellent mid-range value, with an Intel Core i5 processor packed into its sleek chassis along with 4GB of RAM, a 256GB SSD and a touchscreen screenpad. The fact that the VivoBook S15 weighs only 1.8 kilograms makes it super portable, too, so it is ideal for slipping in bag and working on the go. Its 1920 x 1080 resolution screen is also bright and punchy, and at 15.6 inches you've got plenty of real estate for multiple window browsing, work or entertainment. In terms of connectivity, the laptop delivers a HDMI port, 4 USB ports, 2x USB 2.0 and 2x USB 3.0, and a mic in port, while the system comes running a full copy of Windows 10 Home. Simply put, the Asus VivoBook S15 will be the perfect laptop for many users, combining a quality tech spec and everyday versatile design at a very firmly mid-range price point. The Dell XPS 13 is a fantastic all-round system. That's why it sits at the top of the best laptop guide. The mighty Dell XPS 13 is a frequent member of our best laptop buying guides, and here it's business as usual. The machine is thinner and more powerful than ever before, and, screen aficionados rejoice, comes rocking a Lux 4K screen too. The almost bezel-less new design is also absolutely lovely, which squeezes a 13.3-inch screen into an 11-inch frame. And the wide selection of ports is right on the money too. Regarding hardware spec, the Dell XPS 13 delivers premium across the board. You get a 8th gen Intel Core i7 processor, 16GB of RAM, Intel UHD graphics 620, up to a 1TB SSD and a battery that runs for longer than ever before. And, as for that, admittedly optional 4K screen, what a joy the ultra-sharp Infinity Edge touch display is to use and view content. In terms of ports and features, the Dell XPS 13 comes equipped with 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports, 1 USB-C 3.1 port, a headphone jack and a micro SD card reader. The laptop's camera is a quality widescreen HD webcam, which comes partnered with an array of 4 digital microphones. In conclusion, the Dell XPS 13 is expensive, and the stunning Alpine White model is even more so. But it is simply one of the best laptops in the world, regardless of how you spec it, and an easy recommend as the system that anyone shopping at the high end of the laptop market should check out. The HP Stream 14 is not the most powerful laptop money can buy in 2020. But what it does deliver is truly astonishing value, ringing in at such a low price. The HP Stream 14 really does show that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a strong computing experience. The Stream's 14-inch screen is perfectly large enough to have multiple windows open and enjoy content from your streaming service of choice, while the internal hardware, which includes a AMD A4 9125 dual-core processor, 4 GB of RAM and a 32 GB eMMC storage drive means that any light computing task is handled with ease. We also like that despite the Stream 14 costing so little, it also comes installed with a full copy of Microsoft Windows 10, as well as a wide variety of ports that include a HDMI port, Ethernet port, 3 USB ports, 2x USB 3.1 and 1x USB 2.0, and a multi-card media card reader. The Stream 14 even includes a basic but functional HD webcam, built-in microphone, and comes with 1 year of Microsoft Office use. 2. We think the HP Stream 14 is perfect for users who need a reliable and highly portable laptop for light computing tasks and have a couple hundred nodes to spend. Newly updated for 2020, the latest incarnation of the MacBook Air shows that Apple is more certain than ever in terms of what it wants to do with this laptop. It's the Apple laptop for those of you who need something as lightweight and as inexpensive as possible. It's no slouch in terms of power, but it can't keep up with the specs offered by the MacBook Pro line, which might be a better bet if you do a lot of image and video editing. This is a laptop built for everyday tasks, but it'll look gorgeous on your desk or your lap while you're doing them. Like the 16-inch MacBook Pro before it, the 2020 MacBook Air comes with a redesigned scissor switch mechanism for the keyboard, which means those keyboard problems that some users had reported over the past few years are a thing of the past. macOS continues to grow in terms of features and functionality too, with a ton of software included for free now. This being Apple, you've got plenty of configuration options to pick from, so you can tailor the exact spec to meet your specific needs and budget. All said, the Apple MacBook Air 2020 is the first laptop anyone used to using the American maker's laptops should consider when shopping for an upgrade. Delivering strong and versatile performance at a competitive price point. Can't get to the shops but don't want to miss out on the latest issue of the UK's best-selling gadget magazine. When you subscribe today, you'll save 35% on the cover price. You'll get every issue of T3 magazine delivered direct to your door. And get this great-looking native Union charging station completely free. T3 brings you the tech never knew you needed to know about. We find the latest gadgets that could change your life, and our expert reviewers cut out all the junk that gets released so you're only reading about technology that's worth your time. Don't miss our special deal today for just £42 for 1 year to get your free USB charger station worth £69.95. You deal. The new 2020 version of the LG Gram 17 is an impressive laptop on many levels, not least with that gorgeous 17-inch, 2560 x 1800 pixel screen. You also get some up-to-date Intel processors, and plenty of RAM and SSD storage space if you're willing to pay for it. It's capable of taking on most tasks with aplomb. Despite that large screen, well, large for a laptop anyway. This is an incredible light and thin portable computer. It's the sort of laptop that you'll barely notice you've got in your bag. And when you pick it up, it feels as though there are some components missing. Everything from the metal alloy finish to the backlighting on the keys is well judged and well done. The integrated graphics card is perhaps the only weak spot in what is otherwise a very appealing laptop. Even at well north of £1,000 as long as you're not doing any gaming or any heavy video editing, it'll serve you well. The Galaxy Book S from Samsung is a fantastic laptop for a number of reasons. It's really lightweight and stylish. The battery goes on and on between charges, and it offers cellular connectivity, which means you can always be online, data plans and signal coverage permitting. You've got the option of a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip, which means it can wake up and get online very quickly. But it also means performance isn't quite on a par with similarly priced Windows laptops, or a more traditional Intel processor. It all depends on what you want most from a laptop. And we think the Galaxy Book S is going to appeal to a lot of people, as more and more Windows applications are optimized to run on ARM chips. The usefulness of the Galaxy Book S should increase. In our eyes, it's a case of the positives far outweigh the negatives on this laptop. Just don't try to do any 4K video editing with it. There's a lot of competition in the laptop market if you're wanting to spend more than £500 but a little less than £1,000. and several configurations of the Acer Swift 3 fit into that price bracket. This 14-inch compact star really shines in terms of its design and lightness. Following on from a strong tradition of Swifts, the internal specs mean the Acer Swift 3 can cope with just about anything you want to do with your portable computer, besides the more demanding games and video renderings. During testing, we were impressed with how snappy and responsive the laptop was while watching movies and browsing the web, even as the number of open tabs started to rack up. Okay, the battery life isn't fantastic, but it should still get you through the working day quite comfortably. And given the pedigree of previous Acer machines, we'd bet that the Swift 3 is going to serve you well for a number of years. A variety of configurations are available, so you can tailor it to suit your budget. The Huawei MateBook X Pro for 2020 is a bit of a stunner. What with its 13.9-inch screen, its ultra-thin bezels, and that new emerald green color option that we have to admit we're huge fans of. If you're looking for a compact but powerful Windows laptop, then you can't go far wrong with this one. The internal specs hold up very well too. You get a 10th gen quad-core Intel Core i7-10510U processor. An i5 model is also available. 16 GB of RAM, and up to 1 TB of SSD storage space. If you don't want to settle for integrated graphics, then you can get the entry-level NVIDIA GeForce MX 250 GPU installed instead. All of which means the laptop will be very comfortable handling web browsing, image editing and document editing, and will even handle some light video editing and 2D gaming as well. We thought the 2019 edition of the Huawei MateBook X Pro was good, but the 2020 version has bettered it. The Microsoft Surface Book 2 is a great 2-in-1 laptop, and powerful contender to the best laptop throne. Screen, 15-inch, 3240 x 2160 260 pixels per inch. PixelSense display, 3:2 aspect ratio, 1600:1 contrast ratio. Microsoft's Surface Book 2 is a 2-in-1 laptop, with a screen that can be detached and used as a tablet. But don't let that fool you, this is a beast of a laptop, full stop, and a worthy top entry in our best laptop buying guide. Not only is its power unmatched in the 2-in-1 sector, but with a powerful Intel Core i7-8650U processor, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 GPU, and stunning 15-inch 3240 x 2160 pixel display. It is more than a match for any laptop in this buying guide. It's expensive though, very expensive, and you can get a similar spec for less elsewhere if you sacrifice the ability to detach the screen. However, if you have the budget, then this laptop delivers a fantastically powerful and versatile computing experience. This is the best Apple MacBook on the market today, and for those looking to upgrade to a premium macOS device, the best laptop on the market today. As you would expect from a high-end Apple laptop, the MacBook Pro 16-inch is supremely slick and powerful, built with a best-in-class fit and finish, and loaded with a brand new keyboard, which is leaps and bounds better than previous incarnations. The fact the system runs the very latest version of macOS, Catalina, which delivers a plethora of exclusive, quality apps, and that it is supported by Apple's first-rate support network for if anything goes wrong, really does add a layer of sheen that many competing Windows 10 machines do not. On raw specs alone, the MacBook Pro 16-inch is pipped to the post slightly by the Dell XPS 15, which can be outfitted with a 4K OLED screen, 32 GB of RAM, 1 TB of storage, and a more powerful NVIDIA GPU. But it is the overall package and usage experience where the MacBook Pro shines. Users searching for the best laptop for gaming should look no further. It's the Asus ROG Zephyrus GX 701. Screen, 17.3-inch. Full HD 1920 x 1080 IPS. Pantone validated, 144 Hz refresh rate with NVIDIA G-Sync. As we noted in our Asus ROG Zephyrus SGX 701 review, and then restated in our guide to the best gaming laptops on the market today. This gaming laptop is the absolute best laptop for playing games on the market today in 2020. building on last year's competition-slaying GX 501. The new Zephyrus ensures it stays on the gaming laptop throne by dialing things up to 11. That means that the system comes rocking an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 graphics card, ray tracing bliss. A juiced-up Intel Core i7-8750H CPU capable of running up to 4.1 GHz and a 24 GB stack of DDR4 RAM. The result of all this top-end gaming hardware is, for a portable machine, ludicrous levels of AAA gaming performance. Metro Exodus, with all graphics settings turned up to maximum, and with the gorgeous ray tracing lighting tech enabled, looked absolutely stunning and ran like a dream. Equally, the GX 701 crushed our 3D Mark benchmark tests. 2. A gorgeous and thin magnesium chassis, fantastically engineered vent cooling system, and a 17.3-inch Full HD 1920x1080 IPS. Pantone validated 144 Hz refresh rate with NVIDIA G-Sync panel complete the package. The HP Envy 13 contains the same 8th Gen Intel Core i7 processor seen in many other systems in this guide, but doubles down with 16 GB of RAM and graphics handled by the NVIDIA GeForce MX 250. Utilizing an extra 2 GB of dedicated video memory. It doesn't lose out in the pricing stakes either, costing only a little over £1,000 for excellent performance, with some decent security features such as a fingerprint scanner and a physical webcam kill switch on the side of the machine. It's a great laptop for general work, whether that's spreadsheets or image manipulation. It's also equipped with audio tech from Bang & Olufsen, along with HP's own Audio Boost technology, meaning that the sound is as clear as a bell. The trackpad feels a little flimsy, but the backlit keyboard is solid and feels nice to use. The integrated USB Type-A ports are a bit tricky to use due to the snap-open design, but it's a welcome sight to see regular USB compatibility on an ultralight laptop. The 1080p screen is clear and high quality, with a little ridge at the base that pushes the lower half of the laptop up at a slight angle when opened on a flat surface, to make typing that little bit easier. From a technical perspective, the 13-inch MacBook Pro with Touch Bar is the best laptop Apple has ever made. If your budget can't stretch to the MacBook Pro 16-inch, or you simply don't need that much screen real estate and power, then the 13-inch MacBook Pro is another great choice from the Apple range. The 13-inch Apple MacBook Pro packs in some excellent internals, with a quad-core i5 running all 4 configuration options available on the Apple site. These configurations can be tweaked further. If needed, i7 chipsets can be had if you're willing to spend the money. You can add to those specs the gorgeous 13.3-inch 2560x1600 resolution Retina LED IPS display. And the Touch Bar. After a slow start, it's now a genuinely useful part of the MacBook keyboard. Simply put, if you're a fan of the MacBook design and software, and don't have to watch your budget too much, then this is undoubtedly one of the best laptops available in 2020. As we note in our official Asus ZenBook Pro 14 review, this is a laptop that scores highly in a lot of departments. It looks really nice, it has plenty of power under the hood, and the price you're going to pay represents decent value for what you get in return. And, really, that sums it up. Well, that is apart from this system's unique feature, its ScreenPad. The ScreenPad is a large touchpad that can also operate as a second screen, with Windows extendable and certain apps like Microsoft Office and Spotify granting you extra information or controls. It feels indebted to Apple's Touch Bar. Specs-wise, the Pro 14 really is a rock-solid all-rounder. Coming with an 8th Gen quad-core Intel Core i7-8565U processor, 8 GB of RAM, and 256 GB of SSD storage, as well as an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Max-Q chipset with 2 GB of video RAM. In short, it is a powerful machine that will handle most computing tasks with ease. There's so much to like about the latest Alienware Area -51 meters. This is a gaming laptop that's absolutely packed with power. From the 9th generation Intel Core i7 processors to the newest NVIDIA laptop GPUs, it's fair to say you're going to have to stump up a substantial amount of cash for this laptop. But the performance you get back is worth it. What also makes this one of the best gaming laptops of 2020 is the design. The laptop is sleek and understated, but still comes with some really nice touches of style, including discrete color accents and the slim bezels around the display, which is more than 17 inches in size. Dell's XPS 15 2-in-1 is one of the best laptops on the market today for users who need hybrid functionality. As we note in our full Dell XPS 15 2-in-1 review, the Dell XPS 15 2-in-1 is one of the most complete hybrids ever made, scoring big across the board and leaving no obvious weak point for rivals and critics to launch a major counterattack. A premium all-rounder 2-in-1 that should appeal to creative tech enthusiasts looking to both work and play hard. A shoe-in on our best laptops 2020 list if ever we saw one. Then, and a machine that should be at least considered by anyone who is looking for premium upgrade right now. Yes, the Surface Book 2 does have a little bit more power-wise, and obviously has the ability to eject its screen, too. But the Dell XPS 15 2-in-1 is almost half the price. The last few years have seen some of the components that would normally be locked to the very top echelon of laptops slowly trickle down into models that don't have bank balance destroying price tags. The Inspiron 15 7000 Gaming from Dell is one such model, managing to pack in a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 Max Q GPU in a machine that'll cost you less than £1,000. It's backed up by a robust quad-core Intel Core i5-7300HQ processor and 256GB SSD of memory. 2. Combined together, you're getting a laptop that can run even the most demanding of games on high settings, and still have processing grunt to spare. When it comes to Chromebooks and Chrome OS, you've got a huge number of models to choose from, and the Pixelbook Go from Google is one of the best. It's stylish, it's lightweight, and you can customize the specs of the device to meet your exact requirements as well. Every Pixelbook Go comes with a 13.3-inch screen. It runs at a 1920x1080 resolution on the cheaper models but does go up to 4K if you're willing to pay for it. The other internal components can be spec'd out as required, so it's really up to you how much you spend. We like the black and pink color options. We like the grippy rubber on the bottom to keep the laptop in place. And we like the smooth and subtle lines of the design as well. You're not going to be embarrassed to pull this Chromebook out at a coffee shop or your next meeting at work. As for Chrome OS, it continues to get better and better. It doesn't slow down, it's easy to use, and the addition of Android apps means that it's now more versatile than ever before. Finding the middle ground between affordability and knockout performance is perhaps the biggest challenge facing a new laptop buyer. It's a sweet spot most manufacturers miss. But with the Predator Helios 300, Acer has certainly found it with their Intel Core i7-8750H CPU and a meaty NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 GPU pairing. This powerful laptop sports a full HD 17.6-inch display perfect for giving your favorite Steam games a good showing when on the move, complete with a 144Hz refresh rate and 16GB of inbuilt RAM to keep you fully stocked with content. As a sub £1,000 machine, it's got some serious chops. Laptops are usually labeled as gaming laptops when they come packed with high-end components and some nice visual flair. But of course you don't have to be a gamer to appreciate those attributes in a laptop. The Razer Blade 15 Advanced is a case in point, and shows Razer is getting better and better at building incredibly premium laptops. The chassis holding the 15.6-inch display is simply beautifully put together. The internal components are hyper-premium, and the lighting system around the keys is really well done too. Whether you're gaming or working on some spreadsheets, the Razer Blade 15 Advanced really impresses. For business-focused users who aren't too concerned about jazzy looks, it's hard to do better than this. While it has become the norm that companies issue employees with laptops, there are some cases where this isn't true, and Lenovo, having adopted the iconic ThinkPad brand, is here for those exact customers. The design is nothing too fancy. But don't let that fool you. Beneath the surface is a capable laptop at an excellent price point. The base model, which retails for around £1,069, comes stocked with an Intel i5 CPU at 1.60 GHz and beyond, 8 GB of RAM, and a 256 GB SSD, double what many manufacturers offer as standard. For those willing to splash out, Lenovo offers an i7 alongside double the RAM and storage for as little as £1,429.99. In the dim and distant past, you could probably get a laptop for a minimum of £500 and spend up to £2,000 or even more on a top-end one. Some can certainly come in on the high end of that range. Even now. But we've recently seen Chromebooks appear, offering dirt-cheap portable computing with features that are enough for a lot of users, like students and people who just need to type while out and about. And, not only that, but what you can do with a £500 laptop has now changed drastically. The appearance of £200 and sometimes lower Chromebooks has forced other laptops down in price too. You can now get laptops for some absurd prices, especially if you pick up a sale bargain. And as a result, the best laptops list is constantly shifting, which is why we update this page on a regular basis. At the other end of the scale are new thin and light laptops that aren't so interested in offering value. But they often sport all metal construction, wafer-thin designs and internal guts that can chew through demanding tasks. So what's best? You need to weigh up both what you're going to use your new laptop for, so how powerful it needs to be, and how much weight you're prepared to carry around with you, which will determine screen size. With a little preparation and forethought done in advance, you're ready to pick out the best laptop on the market for you. The 27th of July, 2020 reviews for the brand new Dell XPS 17 laptop are coming in now, and the word on the internet is that, unsurprisingly, it's one of the best laptops on the market. The laptop, which boasts a 17-inch screen in what would have been traditionally a 15-inch chassis, comes loaded with 10th Gen Intel Core processors and up to an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 graphics card. 2. The system can be spec'd out with a beastly 32 GB of DDR4 memory, as well as a simply gargantuan 2 TB of internal storage space. 2. As you might expect, though, a top-spec Dell XPS 17 is not cheap system, with the new laptop ringing in at over $3K. That said, though, the system looks absolutely stunning, and its screen-to-chassis ratio of 93.7% is simply remarkable. Bezels really are almost invisible. So, a shoe-in seemingly for T3's best laptop guide. But admittedly a system that will appeal to only those with very deep pockets. Keep your eyes glued to T3.com for our full XPS 17 review soon. The 4th of June, 2020. Great news here for fans of HP's lightweight gaming laptops, as the American maker has just released the newest version of its Omen 15 portable. The new HP Omen 15 laptop is available now, and users can select between a AMD or Intel Core. The price starts at $999. While the new Omen has got internal upgrades, with the system configurable with up to a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Supermax Q, Intel Core i7H series, AMD Ryzen 7H series, and 32 GB of RAM. It is very much the exterior that has shifted up most. A new 15.6-inch screen, which can be outfitted with up to a FHD 300Hz panel, supported by a new 180-degree hinges partnered with a far more mature, sophisticated overall aesthetic, which HP itself has said is to help position it more of a multifunctional laptop with gaming chops, rather than a gaming laptop that you can use a bit for normal office, creative work. Looking at the press images that have released, we can totally see this system in office and home environments, and the understated look would blend in seamlessly to a public setting like a coffee shop. 2. There's no typically gamer extreme design notes, with the Intel systems coming in a cool black finish, and the AMD variant in a matte silver. And, while obviously that price of $999 isn't going to get you the highest spec, We think that it is very well priced for the tech and, with a few choice upgrades, could easily be the backbone of gamers' portable computing world for years. The 19th of May, 2020 AMD Ryzen 4000 Renoir laptops are cleaning up the CPU benchmark scene right now, with Passmark's CPU mark performance charts showing 7 of the top 10 places occupied by a PUS from the Ryzen family. As first spotted by NotebookCheck, the top of the chart is now ruled by the AMD Ryzen 9 4900HS, only to be then followed by Ryzen 7 4800H, Ryzen 8 4800HS, and the Ryzen 7 4800U. The non-stop AMD beatdown is then temporarily halted by 3 Intel chipsets, only to be then followed up by the Ryzen 5 4600H, Ryzen 5 4600U and Ryzen 7 4700U. That, no matter how you spin it, is a big win for AMD and shows just what a cracking job the maker has done with its Zen 2 PUS for laptops users around the world. Considering that AMD PUS tend to come with a cheaper price tag attached when compared to an Intel equivalent, they also offer great value for money. T3's advice is, if you see a new laptop with one of these Ryzen processors in it for a good price, then snap it up, as they clearly don't disappoint both in terms of power or efficiency. The 3rd of April, 2020, exciting news for fans of Razer's sleek and light blade series sees 2020's 15-inch notebook get a tidy refresh in the form of not just one new variant but 2. The design has been tweaked on both variants, and each system comes with a redesigned keyboard, too, which is smaller and more optimum arrow key placement. Of course, it wouldn't be a new Razer blade unless the hardware was shifted up a gear or two, and thankfully, the new Blade 15s don't disappoint. The base variant comes with a Intel Core i7-10750H 10th Gen CPU, an NVIDIA GTX 1660Ti, and a matte 144Hz FHD LCD screen. On this base version, the GPU, RAM, storage and screen can be upgraded as desired, moving up to the more powerful Razer Blade 15 Advanced model, and you get the jaw-droppingly powerful 10th Gen Intel Core i7-10875H CPU, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Super, and a mind-blowing 300Hz LCD screen. This screen can be upgraded to an OLED variety if desired for extra spend, and the system can take up to a RTX 2080 in terms of graphics cards upgrades. We're super excited to see the new Blade 15 on review here at T3, as it delivers what we consider the pinnacle of a professional premium notebook, a machine that looks like it could be used by a CEO in blue chip company boardroom, but then under the hood has incredible gaming power. Shut up and take our money. The 31st of March, 2020, AMD's Ryzen 4800H equipped laptops are hitting the market right now, and according to reports, the benchmark scores they are setting are beating the top-end Intel i9-9980HK. In Cinebench, Blender and Passmark, the 4800H is coming out on top, and with a reported 40% lower power draw. In Passmark, the Ryzen 7 4800H racked up a chart-topping score of 18,193, which is going on double that of the i7-9750H, which only managed 11,600 in the same test. Meanwhile, in Blender, the AMD CPU came in faster than the Intel CPU by 13 seconds. And in Cinebench, the former chipset outscored the latter by 2019 to 1758. T3's takeaway: if you're going to be shopping for laptop in the next few months and see a system equipped with a Ryzen 4800H CPU, then you can feel confident that you're getting one of the absolute fastest mobile processors on the market today. And, with AMD chips ringing in for less than Intel chips, chances are there will be some rapid bargains to be snapped up. Text source: T3.com.